Hello, we're changing things up a little bit starting today. I will be teaching the lesson slightly differently, and I am going to make sure that I do my best to include the video links on the assignment Google Doc that is going to be posted in Schoology for your lessons. Today we are starting Chapter 8, and we are going to be looking at data. And data has many different parts to it. Some of them you have seen before. You have made bar graphs. We have done histograms in this class. You might know the term range. You might know about a median or a mean. And we're going to refresh and possibly introduce you to those things if you've never heard of them before. We're going to start with looking at a bunch of data from a different math class, and it is data about how many people are in their family. Our government and many governments in different parts of the world take what is known as a census, and that is a way that they count people and where they're living. Sometimes they ask a question about what language is spoken. And that census is done every 10 years. And some of you might have seen the information come in the mail to your house. Some of your parents may have, or adults may have already gone ahead and completed that information so that we can make sure that our government services are allocated more evenly and to the people that need them. But we can do a mini census using this data from a different class. And the first thing that I always do when I have data is I sort them into order. So I'm going to call this order sort. And when I sort them into order, I go ahead and I like to identify the numbers as I go so I don't leave anything out. One of the strategies that I do is I look for the smallest numbers and I circle them. And then I start making my new list of numbers. Right here, I've got 2 2s. Take care of that. And the next number in order would be 3. There's 1, 2, 3 3s. 1, 2, 3 3s. Then I move to my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4s. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after 4 comes 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 3 5s. 1, 2, 3. And then would come 6, 8, and 10. So now that they are in numerical order from smallest to greatest, and we like to do that because when we're thinking about number lines, 0 is the middle between positive and negative numbers, and we try to have our number line and our numbers when we're putting them in order from smallest to biggest, unless the directions tell you specifically not. All right, when I am trying to find the median, which is the middle, median, and I'm going to put middle, I like to cross off from end to end, and I do that with a highlighter so that we don't blur or smudge up things for you to make it hard for you to see what the data looks like today. So I start here. Here's another one. And I end up with the number 4 is my median. So that is my middle number of this whole set of data. And sometimes that is an important piece of information that you might need if you are an athlete or if you are in a science class. Sometimes in experiments, we're looking for the middle. The next thing that I want to talk to you about today is range. In elementary school or some other time in the past, you might have heard that range is when we are talking about one number up to another number. Like the range of students' ages at River Bluff are probably 10 to maybe 14. In sixth grade and beyond, when we're talking about range, we are going to find the smallest and largest number in our data, and then we're going to subtract. And to find the range for this, our largest number is 10. So we are going to write an expression or an equation. 10 subtract 2 equals 8. And so that means that 8 is the range. And I'm going to slide that up so you can see my math that I just did, okay? So 10 subtract 2, 8 is the range. Now, I'd like you to go ahead and get started. You have one problem that has 2 or 3 parts to it. It's practicing what we just talked about. And remember, you can go back and stop and replay any part of the videos as you are doing your work. You can also Google information to find additional videos for support with trying to figure out median and range. I'll see you next time.